Well, joining us now is Father Jeff Kirby, who you've met before, to discuss his newest book, A Journey to Mount Carmel. Father, how are you?
Good, Jake. Good to be back on the show.
Well, it's always good to have you. Now, why is the Brown Scapular, and if you could tell us what a scapular is, so important today?
Yes. So for those who might not know, scapular is just two small pieces of wool that are connected by cords, oftentimes worn over the shoulders. And it's important because the brown scapular is a sign of our consecration to the Lord. And more we're living in a secular world that tells us God doesn't exist, right and wrong aren't real, prayer has no power. And so as a reminder to us, the brown scapular can be worn. It's a visible reminder. It's literally on our bodies as we go throughout our day and as we are bombarded with these different messages. We know that God is real, right and wrong are true, and prayer has power. So as you were describing this miracle in the letter that you received. So the brown scapular can help us with all this. And right now, living in a secular age, we need all the help we can get.
And maybe if you could tell us about your introduction, Father, to the brown scapular and maybe your own devotion to it.
Yeah, so I first learned about the brown scapular when I was in high school. And for some reason, as soon as I learned about it, I was just immediately captivated by it and have been throughout my life. As a seminarian, I promoted it. As a priest, I promote it. In fact, we have a huge scapular mass at my parish every July 16th where new people can be invested or people can be devotionally reinvested. But I was just very taken by the scapular, I think in large part because the scapular was something that I actually wore. I think so oftentimes we have, litanies or novenas and things that we pray that involves our spiritual souls. But sometimes our bodies aren't really engaged. And so the fact that I could actually wear the scapular, it was, as my friends were all getting tattoos, I was wearing my scapular, and kind of a symbol of my consecration to the Lord.
So you decided then that you're a fan of the brown scapular. I'm going to write a book. So tell us about the book, A Journey to Mount Carmel.
Yeah, so the book actually came from a lot of people who were kind of reaching out because they know my devotion to the scapular, and they were saying, wait a minute, Father Kirby, if we have to do 33 days to prepare to be consecrated to Jesus through Mary, for the popular Marian consecration, shouldn't we have some type of preparation before we're invested in the brown scapular, or if we want to be devotionally reinvested? And so I really took that to heart, and I said, well, okay, let me kind of put some things together, and I came up with this 9-day preparation. And there's no official preparation for the brown scapular. This was just something I came up with. I used the 6 baptismal promises as the background and just wanted to help people who wanted to take it a little more seriously or use, the investiture, the brown scapular, or devotional reinvestiture as an opportunity to dive deeper in their Christian discipleship.
We always talk about understanding our faith better. Why is it important that people understand about things like the brown scapular to strengthen their own faith?
Yes, I think that as we go throughout our day, again, we live in a secular world, and we have a lot of things on our minds, a lot of anxieties, a lot of things that cause us distress. And the Lord blesses us with all these things. And of course, no one's called to do all of them. We have all these beautiful devotions and sacramentals in the life of the church. But they're there, and oftentimes we can find the ones that can help us to be reminded of the Lord's presence, to draw closer to Him. So I think that just as a help to our faith, especially in a world that tells us that faith is foolishness, I think that anything that can help us, we should avail ourselves of it. So the scapular is one of them. And again, Jay, there's all kinds of devotions and opportunities, sacramentals in the life of the church. And the brown scapular is one that I have found helpful. Other people have found it helpful. And so I just kind of want to promote the cause and say, hey, if this can help you to live a better Christian life, to be, more zealous as a Catholic Christian, then look at it. Take a look at it and start wearing the brown scapular.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Father. Where can people get a copy of the book?
Yes, so the book's available through the publisher, Sophia Institute Press. It's also available on Amazon.
A Journey to Mount Carmel. Father, thanks so much. Always good to have you on. Have a wonderful day and stay cool down in South Carolina.
Amen, Jay. Thanks. Take care.
You.